there's a fundamental difference between me, my colleagues, and the rest of you in this room. And I don't care how many helicopters, villas, or Ferraris you own, you still can't beat it. We eat some fucking amazing food every single day, and we're never tired of it. And the following usually, it was a question, now it's a statement. And when I approach people that work at an office, which in an urban environment is the majority of the people, the scenario goes like this. 11:45, you start chatting with a colleague. Should we grab lunch together? You put your coat on, you go out, and you end up eating some kebab or sushi or tacos or pizza. And if you feel a little naughty, maybe McDonald's, Max, or something like that. So what we do, what Gastronaut does, the technical description is a peer-to-peer marketplace for homemade food. So what we do, we're a food app. You open it and you order amazing food from home chefs from around the world. So you have Chinese people cooking Chinese food, Greeks cooking Greek food, Japanese cooking Japanese food, and so on and so forth. And it's food that I guarantee you most of it, you won't find it in any restaurant in Europe or the US. You only find it, there's a lot of that food around, but it's in the kitchens and the homes of those people, and now we give you access to that. So thanks to a good seed round we had, we're a full-time 5-member team. Our CEO, Shu, he is somewhere around here, there he is. Comes from Ericsson, global category manager. Jinlin, one of our co-founders, hardcore sales from the pharmaceutical industry. Kai, our CTO, one of the best software engineers in Sweden, comes from Microsoft Skype. Wei Ping, a software engineer, he's our CTO's idol, so that tells you about his skills. And last is me, come as a strategy director from the world of advertising. So we have a quite independent and strong team in our company. So what we do, what we're trying to do is build an ecosystem of partnerships. We're in it for the long term. We've already established a good partnership with Smaka på Stockholm. If you're familiar with them, the biggest food festival in Sweden for the past 25 years. We're going to be the star at the first week of June in Kungsträdgården. We're partnering with Arbetsförmedlingen, and they heard about Gastronaut for the first time about a month and a half ago. Today, actually, we had another event at Mosebach, and they were there on a Sunday, 1.5 months after they heard us, which is unheard of. Usually discussions with public organizations take quite a bit longer. We're talking with one of the 2 big delivery companies in Sweden, and hopefully this week we're gonna finalize our first project together. And of course there's the social side. For you that have been around for yesterday and for lunch today, maybe you've heard a bit of this. I'm not gonna get into it because I can talk for 2-3 hours about that, but I will say this, it's an integral part of what we do, whether we like it or not. It's there, it's part of our DNA. We didn't start out to be a social company. The impact we're having is massive on an individual basis and in our whole community of home chefs as a whole. So closing down, thanks to our many stories, we could be on the newspapers every single day. We could have nice fireworks shows every single day, but those things are temporary. We're not aiming for that. As I said, we're in it for the long term. So basically, we're building an engine. We're building a rocket. So we're making sure that we get all the parts right together. We're way beyond beta version. We have 8,000 users and about 200 home chefs in Stockholm, which we have not pushed for growth exactly because we are tweaking that engine. We've been to space, we've seen it, we've come back, we've done some tweaks. So the next step for us is to move to our next funding round to get some more fuel into that rocket and go to planet after planet and hopefully to other galaxies in the future. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Akis. Thank you, and thanks for the food. What do you take away? I mean, like, you don't take away, you bring stuff in, right?
Yeah, you guys had some amazing food this weekend. Thank you. No. Unfortunately, we haven't had the chance to talk to everyone because we've been running around. But some of the people we talked to are really amazing stuff, and some potential partnerships out there, some innovative perspectives on solutions that we're trying to tackle. So yeah, it's a great community.
Wonderful. Any questions? Yes.
So I was wondering, what's your role in the quality aspect of food? Like, do I have to qualify to be a chef?
The short version of the answer is that our chefs are treated by the state and by us exactly the same way as restaurants, if not stricter. They register with their municipality, they have an inspector, the same inspector that goes to the restaurants comes to their house. We make sure we communicate all the regulations. Today, actually, we had a chef training where they were trained on hygiene, regulations, all the way to presentation of the food and styling. So I would say stricter than restaurants. I'm sorry?
Is it the registered entrepreneur or like?
They're registered as a food business. As a food business, yes. Yeah. So it's fully legal, fully safe. As safe as any restaurant is the honest answer.
Okay. Please.
No, I had the same question about food security.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Fine.
I did as well, but then I had another question.
Yes.
How much funding are you seeking in your next round?
How much funding? You need to talk to our CEO, Shu. He's back there somewhere. He will cover all your questions and much more.
How do you select your own chef? Do you have some criteria or is it random?
They select us. So they come to us. It's at the end of the day, it has a review and rating system. So if, for example, you apply as a chef and you're not a good chef, or you don't have good customer service, or something is not good that doesn't ring a bell with the market will push you down, and you won't be making sales, so you're just eventually going to quit.
Wonderful. Question. Right.
Actually, you got my question. So I'll
Okay.
go to another one. How often do you use the service?
How often do I?
You use it yourself?
Me? Every single day.
Really?
Every single day, with exceptions of weekends. But every single day.
Okay, so you have 200 chefs in Stockholm now.
Yes.
Some of them are full-time, right?
Some of them are full-time, yes.
So my question is, you went to space and came back. So when you went to space, how many chefs were there? Like in the final destination, how big can this be? How many chefs do you envision?
There's two ways to answer that question. One is statistics. Sveriges Centralbyrå, or Statistika Centralbyrå, says that 4 out of 10 people in Sweden like to cook from scratch, not boiling pasta and open a can of ready-made sauce. The other side of the question, which is more qualitative than that, is immigration in Sweden is really high. Immigrants cook. They miss home. They cook a lot, and that's what we bring you. That's the great advantage that we bring you. Whether you eat in an Indian restaurant or a Chinese restaurant in Stockholm, New York, London, it's the same food. It's not bad food. It's good food, but it's the same food, and it's not the food that Indians miss from home. I'm Greek. I can vouch for Greek food. I think Shu has something to add.
Yeah, I have another way to see how many chefs we have or how many chefs we want. For example, for one office building we have normally we put 3 to 5 chefs to supply to that office building to have a good variety and also a stable supply. And also another is that for this is one way to look at how many chefs we want. Then you can calculate how many office buildings. And the other side is, Aki said, how many are cooking at home that they can supply. Actually, there will be a lot. We know how many buildings and how many people cooking.
The last question here.
It is a great additional income for the chefs. So if I'm a chef, if I'm doing well, do I need to register the company?
Yes, so I will correct your first statement. It's an additional income for people that want to do it part-time. It's a full income and much better than what you imagine for people that do it full-time. So yes, you do have to register a company. One of the stories we shared yesterday, one of our chefs from China, marketing executive, moves to Sweden, can't speak the language, doesn't have the network. Long story short, two months after he landed in Sweden, which is 1 month after he discovered Gastronaut, he had to open his own company because for tax reasons. He couldn't declare it as an individual, he had to declare it as a company. So Yeah, I mean, that's the socio-economic side, and there's an environmental side, but I have to give the microphone back, I think.
Yes, you have to. But,
But I'll be happy to talk to you guys. We're going to be around. Yeah, come find me, Shu or Jinlin.
So what are you looking for?
What are we looking for? Fuel for the rocket. Money.
How much?
Shu will tell you. Shu's the finance guy. He will handle all of those questions.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much, Akis.